How we doing, guys? How the devil are we?
Figure that out.
Oh, pause that. I'm watching Jono. So, just take that off. Just going to do a little short video today on some head cam. So, I've got the head cam strap. Decided to buy one. Haven't had a chance to test it yet. I'm going to give it a go. So, you're going to join me. We're just on a lay-by, just finished a job at Snodland, just off the M20. We're on an A228, having a quick 30-minute break before we head off. We've only got, we have been on break for 19 minutes now. So in 11 minutes time, I'm going to put the head strap back on, and I want you to let me know what you think of this sort of footage. It's only going to be a 10, 15, 20-minute video of me showing you some head cam whilst I'm driving. So you get a chance to see me checking mirrors, you get a chance of checking me, yeah, let's have a look at my driving skills maybe. You're more than welcome to, what's the word I'm looking for? You're more than welcome to pick up on bad habits if you like. Or tell me how bad my driving is. I don't care. That's what the comments are for below, right? Or tell me how good my driving is. But anyway, I've decided to spend about 15-20 minutes doing this. So on our way back to Tilbury in a second to do a reload for tomorrow. We're off back up to Birmingham. Same job as we did yesterday. So yeah, nothing exciting. Paper reels basically. So yeah, I'm going to put the head cam on in about 10 minutes now once my break's finished. Let me know what you think of the new head cam. Anything you'd like to see. But I'm going to use this more often, maybe when I'm on site doing straps and stuff like that. That's what I've got it for, to make it a bit more interesting for you guys watching the videos. So yeah, this is where we are. I'll just show you where we are actually. Little lay-by here. The sausage guy, the food man's just left. He's just closed up, and he was closed, and he was kind enough to give me a cup of coffee for £1. So we did that. In the meantime, I'm watching, actually trucking around with Jono at the moment on the on YouTube, and I'm watching a couple of others whilst we're here. But yeah, this is where I am. Food van over there, the A228. But yeah, this is us. So I'll see you shortly once we get off in 10 minutes or 9 minutes now. And yeah, let me know what you think. It's only a short video, but I just want to mix it up a little bit because I've been dying to get one of these for a while, but it's whether I'm going to use it or not. I think I will. So let's see how it goes. Speak to you in just a sec. Okay. Right, I'm just waiting 1 more minute for my taco to clear itself. Not sure if you can see that, but I've got 30 minutes, 31 minutes and I'm off. 31 minutes and I'm gone. You can see on my dash there, not sure if you can see it, but 4 hours 24 I was on before a 30-minute break. So yeah, just enjoying the rest of my coffee. Right. Right, we're going to go in about 30 seconds and we are off. Hopefully you can see what I can see. Right, let's go. We are ready to rock and roll, guys. Let's do this. I do apologise if I do keep touching the head cam. I just want to make sure it's straight when I'm driving. That's all it is really. View. No, the guy, there was a tarmac guy behind me, highways. He's just asking me if I'm going to be here much longer. Thank you. Right, so we're away. I'm not used to using this, so I do apologise if I do occasionally keep touching it. going to back on ourselves here, so probably I can stay in the outside lane, but it's a lot easier if I just take the inside. So road users know, so I ain't got no one undercutting me as I'm going around the roundabout. That's why I've taken the inside lane. I'm now going to come across, mirrors, indicators of course, let them know I'm coming over. I'm all good to go. Yeah, so there was a guy, you'll see him as we go past. I'm not sure if you can see much on that side of the road. Hey, just saw the Castledine driver. There he is there, the tarmac guy. Give him a little wave. As a Castledine driver went past me, they're based in Aylesford. That guy who just flashed me on the other side, he's got the delivery at the same place I've just been at, dropping cardboard waste. He was collecting from Nottingham. I was collecting from Nuneaton this morning, and he's just caught me. He said he did say he would see me. They're actually based around the corner from where I used to live. Whoever that driver is, I can't remember your name, buddy, but I saw you. He commented on my Facebook post this morning when I put a picture of me waiting to be loaded this morning. I will get your name. Your name's on your YouTube account, I know that, but I can't remember exactly the name. It's difficult to actually remember all the names of people on the channel when they comment, or on Facebook should I say. I will find out your name again, sorry bud. Yeah, they're based at Castle, they're based around the corner from where I used to live. I actually applied for a job with them actually. I did make some inquiries, but they wasn't looking for any drivers. Now this was going back to when I first got my licence, when I was looking for work. Cool, this head strap's a bit tight, I must say. Gonna make the green lights. We are. Right, we're gonna come across, aren't we? We want London, M20 London. Keep my indicators on to let other road users know that I'm actually going right rather than straight on. I'm going to stay on the outside lane, which brings me on to the M20. Roll up to the lights and off we go. So you can actually see, I'm not sure if you can see, but you should be able to see my mirrors as well, my mirror cam on my offside and my near side as I'm sort of driving, and obviously when I'm checking mirrors as well, I guess. I'm hoping this camera's, I've got the angles right, by the way. Let me know if I haven't. I will soon know once I start editing this little video. It's only be a short video, just want to make sure it's working fine and there's no issues. Right, so up to 51, 52, and the cruise control is on. 53. So we'll stick at what, 54? Yeah, why not? Now we are probably going to hit a lot of traffic on the M25 getting back across to Dartford Bridge, through the Dartford Tunnel, should I say, back to Tilbury. So I'll probably stop the video round about there anyway. It's only a short one. Just wanted to see, I just want some feedback really on what you think of the head cam. Is it quite a good thing to do? Do you like it, sort of thing? Yeah, so we are going to have to come across in a second, because this lane actually goes off onto the M26, but we're okay at the moment, and we'll start coming across once this red Mercedes goes past me. We've now got a Ford White Transit behind me on my next to me now as well. So we're going to use our indicators and we're going to come across, and we'll just stay on the inside lane now, because this lane actually continues going on up the M20. that the lane on the left hand side goes off onto the M26, the west of the M25. Yeah, so them lay-bys there, I mean, I don't do a great deal of work in Snodland, but when I do work in Snodland, which normally is the paper reels out of Snodland, or it's paper waste, that's the first time I've done cardboard waste. I've just learned something new actually, doing the cardboard waste. The procedures there, very strict on health and safety, that's for sure. But I've been to that site plenty of times collecting reels. The guys there actually help you do your corners and strap up. It was so busy when I got there. Oh my god, literally I got there and what do you call it? It was so busy, there was literally about 3 bays and they're all blind side bays. So I had to blindside into a bay. I oversteered, so the trailer wasn't straight enough. But all I did was take a shunt forward to straighten myself up and line up the tractor unit with the trailer and just reverse straight back. So I took a couple of shunts, but you know, if you've got a shunt, you've got a shunt. Normally 9 times out of 10 when you do blindside reverses, you're gonna have to take a few shunts anyway, so you know. Surprised my wife hasn't rung me yet. She normally finishes work at this time and she goes up the M20. So yeah, it looks like it's going to rain. It looks like it's going to rain. So what I'll do is, I mean, it's not really exciting watching me drive up the M20. It's really quiet and empty, but I know some people like the road footage of me driving. Like I said, sorry if my hand keeps going in front of the camera, guys. I know it's really annoying, but for me it's just trying to get the angles right. It's test and trial on this one. Sip of the coffee. So we're just sat at 54 miles per hour. We don't want to be sat at 20 miles per hour. We'll have a few drivers really annoyed behind me. Not charged, not put my phone in for charge yet, but put that in. It's charging up. Oh, it's 100% already. It's so good when you see, honestly, I know it's like a bit of a cliche, but it's quite nice seeing yourselves on the road, like drivers that are already driving that watch my videos. It's quite nice when you see drivers who comment on your posts, your videos, or your social media, and you come across people and give them a wave or give you guys a flash. You know, it's quite nice to see people on the road who watch the videos and just don't follow me. So it's always a pleasure to see someone. I never get a chance. I had a chance to speak to, I think it was Michael. Is it Michael? Michael, if I've got your name wrong, I do apologise. At Brampton the other week. I think I did mention that on my last video. I think I did. Michael was, Michael was actually getting some diesel, wasn't he? He was getting diesel at the BP pump, and so I'll stay in the middle lane because I've got nothing on. I'm going to overtake this fridge because he's obviously quite heavy. By the looks of it, he's loaded, so we'll just keep momentum going in the middle lane. Got a class 2 driver up my backside. There we go. Let's cruise past him. He's obviously a little bit heavier than me. Once the trailer's past him, we'll come across into the inside lane again. When it's safe to do so. Indicators, mirrors, of course, indicators, and across we come. This class 2 guy can actually get past me now. I could easily cruise at 56 if I wanted to, but it is quite windy. And, you know, it's like when you're light and it's windy, you don't really want to be pushing it too much. Because your trailer becomes a bit of a kite. And you get blowing all over the place. So probably going to overtake this driver as well because he's pretty heavy by the looks of it. See how we get on actually. In fact, I can probably sit behind him. Don't think he's gonna excuse me. Quite windy. When you get to this point, it's so windy, it does blow you about the place. If I can't overtake him, I'll just sit behind him if I need to. They're obviously heavy, so they're going to be braking as they go downhill. I don't want to go behind him just yet, only because I'm not sure if he wants to come out, but he's... Let's get past him actually. Let's get past him. And normally I would sit behind them, but because I was so close to him, I don't really want to. I could ease back and just sit back, but they're going to speed up now, they're heavy, so, which they are. He's not going to let me come in either, is he? He's actually catching me up now. That's the thing, when you're heavy you tend to gather a lot more momentum and speed. I am going to come across. If he doesn't let me in, I'm coming across. Let's see if he lets me in first. Need to come across, don't we? Hog in the middle lane. Yep, he's let me in. Thank you. Just saying thank you there. So I've had to use a retarder coming down here. He's probably going to overtake me now because he's heavy. And he'll be doing like 57, 58. I've seen some drivers who are heavy coming past me at 61, 62. No word of a lie. So we're doing 56 now, we're just rolling. Coasting, should I say? Coasting's the word. Yep, he's going past me now. So I'm going to sit at 54, let him overtake me. He's obviously going to let him back in front of me, I guess, until we come to the bottom of the M20 before we come onto the M25 slip, and they slow right down. I'll be overtaking them again because they're heavier than me. Off he goes. Yeah, so we're probably going to hit a bit of traffic on the M25. Let him in. He's doing 60. You can see on my dash here, he's doing 60. I wouldn't get 60 because I'm too light. Causing a bit of a rush, isn't he? He's going to slow right down as he goes up the incline. Sometimes it's best just sitting back. You know, when you're heavy, yes, you can overtake on the decline. There you go. Look, he's had to filter back in behind him now because he's too heavy. He can't get the momentum or the speed to overtake. But he'll try and overtake him when he goes down again. You watch. Just watching this driver. He'll try and overtake him again on the decline. But when we go down and up again towards the M25, he'll slow right down and probably get overtaken again. I'm just going to sit back because I'd rather just sit back rather than take risks of overtaking. There's no rush. I mean, I need to get loaded tonight still. It will be a late finish for me tonight, and I do need to try and make some ground tonight to get up the roads. But it's now what, 11 minutes past 4. Time's already getting on. But then again, I did start at 7 o'clock this morning. That was no fault of mine. I did try and load this job that I've just tipped yesterday, but they closed at 3:30. And they don't open till 8 o'clock in the morning. So I got in there. I got there at 7:30, and they started loading me about just before 9. I didn't get out there till 10:30. Is it 10 o'clock? No, 8:30. I think 8:30, 8:45. Yeah, I was out by just gone 10 this morning. So that's why I had to start later. There's no point in me starting too late this morning, because I would have been sat around, and sometimes you need that extra bit of drive time in case anything happens on the road and you're delayed or whatever. So I'm just coasting down here now, 55. I have got the retarder on, no braking, just using the retarder to sort of coast down here. Retarder's off, I'm just going to coast the rest of the way. So we come to an incline in a minute, towards the M25. There is traffic. On the sat nav it says there's traffic anyway. You guys can see how much I'm checking my mirrors now. Offside, near side, offside, near side. Even though no one's on this side, but I always check excuse me, my offside to make sure there's no issues, such as tyres or any issues, no loose buckles, no issues with the trailer, the curtain, for example. It's just a habit. You get into, when you start driving, you get into such a habit of checking your mirrors without even knowing, without even thinking that you're checking them. You just check them automatically. Offside, near side, offside, near side, offside, near side, offside, near side. It's like every 5 or 10 seconds you're checking your mirrors. Your neck muscles become huge. Decent lay-bys down there. A lot of the fridge European drivers park down there. Another Castle Dean driver. He's off back to the yard probably. So he's off, 53 now. So you can see he's slowed right down in front of me now because he's gone on that incline. But we're just going to cruise behind. Bit of a bend around here, so I'm just going to ease off the acceleration on the cruise control a little bit. These guys are heavy, so they're going to probably start using their brakes. I've come right down to 50 just to sit behind. The cruise control is doing its thing and braking aggressively once again, which really annoys me about this Mercedes. I must say it annoys me. So it would literally brake like, let's say we got a slip and a vehicle's coming off the motorway and I'm like this sort of distance, let's say 100 yards behind or whatever. If they're braking, there you go, look, he's braking quite heavily now. His back end swinging a little bit, so he's had to brake. But yeah, the vehicle's coming off, and as we get close, if they're braking or indicating, the cruise control, I can't remember what it's called now, the safety, the clash, I can't remember what it's called. What's it called? I've completely forgotten what it's called now. Anyway, that will literally pick it up and it will slam the brakes on. So sometimes I've got to turn the cruise control off so it doesn't do it. And once I'm past that vehicle who's coming off the motorway onto the slip, I'll then activate the cruise control again. Yeah, that is one thing. It's a good safety feature, don't get me wrong. However, it's very annoying when you're nowhere near going to have a collision with another car or another vehicle and it does that. It really is annoying. But I've got used to the Merc now, when to turn it off, when to keep it on. But it is a good safety feature, don't get me wrong. So we are going to come across very shortly. Just waiting until we get a bit further down the M25. That Class 2 driver, Pizza Go-Go, he's moved over because he probably knows I'm going to come over shortly. The amount of cars that get flashed here is unbelievable. In fact, I think my wife got caught on this road once when it was a 40, and I think she went through at 45. She was like, "Babe, do you reckon that was me that got flashed?" I went, "Was you doing 40?" "No, just over it." I went, "Wait, was you then?" So she had to go on take the points or go on a refresher course, which she took, which I do think is quite important for drivers, because we all get complacent behind the wheel. I don't think it matters whether you're a truck driver or a car driver, it don't matter. We all get complacent at times. No one's perfect. Well, the M25 is looking pretty clear at the moment. It's not too bad at all. Let's hope it stays this way. I'll take you through the tunnel with me. Now, I know I can go through the left-hand lane, left-hand tunnel, because that is 15.6. My trailer's 15.4. However, there is a however. I always go through the right one, because it's 16.4, I think it is. Is it 16 or 15.8? I can't remember. It's obviously higher. Just, I don't know why. It's, for me, it's just paranoia. I always get nervous when I go through the left tunnel, because I've literally got like 2 meters. I've not got a great deal of height between the trailer and the tunnel itself, so I always play safe and go through the right hand tunnel. And then when I come off at Tilbury for the A13, I'll just come across, ease myself across slowly. So yeah, let me know what you think of this, guys. Obviously it's only a short video, like I said, but I'd like to get some feedback from you when this video goes live, which probably will be this week, by the way. So I'm just checking my mirrors here to see if anyone's coming on from the slip. There's no one coming on, so I'm all clear to stay in this lane. Sometimes you've got to come across last minute because of aggressive drivers trying to get on. So it's now 50, you can see up here, so we're going to ease off onto to 50 miles per hour. So you've got the height restriction in front of you now, so I am going to come across now, which is it's a 16.6, that's it, 16.6, I think I said that, and 15.9 is the other one. So we've got plenty of room on both. I'm going to come off the cruise control now and just drive manually. I have control, but yeah, I always just go through the right hand one, because it just, I feel better. You know, I just know I've got plenty of height above me. Excuse me. Yeah, so it looks like we're coming to a standstill here. This is when it starts getting busy, but at least we're getting through. At least we're near the tunnel rather than miles back, stuck in a gridlock. Yeah, so this one's 5 meters and the other one's 4.8 meters. So we're all good. So we're going to be queuing here for a little while. So I'll take you through the tunnel with me, guys, and then we shall end the video. Like I said, it's what, a 20-minute video, 25-minute video. It's not long, but it's just a short one to test the head cam and to get some feedback on what is it something you'd like to see more often on the head cam. Maybe when I'm on site doing some jobs, as long as the company allow me to do that, it's not a problem, of course. But sometimes I'll do jobs where I'm literally on my own and you can just crack on, you know. Look, there you go, look, using his phone. You see that? Typing away. I know he's near enough static, but he's still using his phone. That's a good one. Let's see how many people are using their phones behind the wheel. Guarantee. Oh, he's got blacked out windows. But honestly, if I had this head cam, would be fantastic to see how many people are using their phones when they're driving. Even when I'm on the motorways, you'd be absolutely amazed. I kid you not. When you're this high up, you see everything. You see everything. So as we get closer to the tunnel, let's see how many drivers want to push in front of me, because they've decided to take the right hand tunnel as a last minute detour because they don't want to sit in the traffic on the left hand side, because the slip that comes off onto the 25 from Erith will be gridlocked, and that's another reason why I take this lane as well. Yeah, you watch how many people do it. So you've got to have your wits about you now, because car drivers will literally push in front of you. They'll push in front of you last minute. They will. That fridge driver's looking at me funny because I've got the head cam on. He's looking at me thinking, what's he doing? Why is he wearing that? Because I'm approaching Dartford Tunnel and it's full of maniacs on the road, and I've got my webcam on as proof in case anyone pushes in front of me and we have any collisions. You've got motorbikes now coming up on the inside and near side. On the near side and offside. So, you know. Oh yeah, it feels like I feel alright today, but I feel like I've been driving all day today, non-stop. I've been driving 4 hours 51 today. I've done. Oh, excuse me. So this BMW X6, he really wants to come across, and he's going to pick his moment because he keeps checking his mirror and looking behind his shoulder. So I'm just anticipating that in case he is in front of me. I'll let him go, obviously, because it isn't worth the risk of having a collision with anyone. With me, I literally, I know there's a lot of drivers that will never let people in because they're like, you know, be patient. But I will let people in only because it's just not worth the hassle. Now this, you know, there's drivers that will never let anyone in, and I know it, you know, I can understand people pushing in, but sometimes it's not, it's just better off letting them in than fighting it and then having a possible collision with someone. It just isn't worth the hassle of going through exchanging details, and you know, it just isn't worth it. You know, your day goes smoother when you haven't got to worry about that. And you know, I call it, what's the word? I saw a video on TikTok of the Irish driver. I can't remember his name now. He's definitely Irish. He's been driving for years. He drives is it a black Scania? His videos are quite funny, actually. He's ruthless, but watch his videos and he does make me chuckle. He calls it road manners. That's the one, road manners. It's having road manners for other drivers. That X6 has now just pushed over. I knew he was going to do it at some point, just wondering when he was picking his moment. So he's pushed in front of DS Smith. There you go, silver van driver. He don't want to sit in the inside lane because of the traffic on the slip coming on. He'll probably come into my lane now. I'm going to anticipate it. I'm already anticipating it. I'm waiting for him to come across. No, is he? No, he's not. He's going to sit where he is by the looks of it. He has. Now this is the best lane to be in, guys, at this time of day, because you've got the slip road from Erith coming on to the, just pushes you further back on the traffic, where this lane will keep moving freely. Excuse me. Well, if you haven't been through Dartford Tunnel before, I'm going to take you through here now. I think I've done that before on a video. And then we'll end it when we get on the A13, I think. There you go, motorbike. Man, so dangerous. Motorbikes are so dangerous. They come out of nowhere. They literally come out of nowhere. If you're not checking your mirrors, you never see them till last minute. They'll be behind your trailer, and then when they see a gap or an opportunity to get round you, they are gone. And then if you're changing lanes, for example, and you don't see them till last minute, yeah. Let's put some headlights on, I think, so I can control it here. Put it on auto. They'll switch on in a minute. Excuse me, sorry guys. I've got a frog in my throat. Some auto light should switch on in a minute. Oh, my wife's ringing me. I'll give her a call back in just a moment. Autos are on. So you see the trailer there in front, how much room he's got above. You know, when you've got a high trailer on, you're in the other tunnel. You don't have a great deal, I must say. Excuse me. Under the Thames we go. Under the Thames we go. I'm coasting down here now. No brakes, just coasting. 36. Cool, it's a late finish for me today, that's for sure. Late finish. I do need to try and get up the road tonight, really, because I've got Birmingham tomorrow. I could stay at the yard tonight because I'm not going to get loaded. I've still got to put the corners on, put the ratchet straps on. I've got to do all that with the trailer once I'm loaded. That don't take 5 minutes. If it's 33 reels, that's going to take a good 40 minutes, well, half an hour on a good run, strapping up. But yeah, it takes me about 40 minutes to strap up a full load. I'm not the quickest, I must say, I'm not the quickest. I'll do a video on that shortly. I shall do a video on that one. Yes. Right, we're out of the tunnel. So, I did say I'll call it a day once we get out the tunnel, guys. So thanks for watching. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Comment below what you think of the headcam. What do you think? Should I use it more often? Because I've invested into one for a reason, because I want to use it on the videos a bit more. What do you think of the POV, the sort of headcam footage, if you like? Is it something you'd like to see me do more often? I quite enjoy doing it, actually. Excuse me. My wife's ringing me, so I better answer that call. But apart from that, thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next video. Be safe on the roads. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye for now.